Okay, my purpose for this year is yet another boring installment in the restoration stuff. I was literally running out of things to do, so I thought, why not do something with color for a change? This setup was somewhat planned, but turned out a little differently than I anticipated. I was actually going to make a simulated cutaway cabinet of a Zenith round screen, but because of space limitations, my work schedule, and my bar schedule, plus the fact that I forgot I had this one in the basement, that didn't happen. So basically, for most of you, this is going to fall into the no shit category. Some of you, this might be like, okay, I think I might want to try that. I'm aimed mostly for those of you who have not done much with color. So in this case, I'm going on the assumption that you have replaced your picture tube, and your picture looks like that. So essentially, this is just a basic. We're gonna get this picture somewhat acceptable. This here is a CTC 42 that I'm using. It's a hot chassis set, but I've already checked and I'm not going to get lit up unless I touch something else I'm not supposed to. The first thing before we do anything else, you need to get your center convergence correct. Now, because on this tube, my blue gun is on the bottom, and the course adjustment is kind of inaccessible. Believe it or not, I didn't mess with that one. But I sure mess with red and green. I generally start getting red back in. Then I'll get green back in. What I'm concerned with right now is the center. With the crude adjustments. Let me touch up my blue lateral. And then I'm going to continue to retouch my centers. Okay, now with my center pretty much correct. These are the convergence yoke on the neck of the tube. We're not concerned about the sub panel yet. Now we can play with the purity. And in this case, I'm going to bring up red only. Mm-hmm. Okay, now with that, right now it's about what we would expect. Green's going to be, green's a little out on this one. Okay, now at this point I can attempt to get a grayscale. But touching up your center is a constant thing. You're going to be doing it for a while, as you make these adjustments.
Are you trying to get white in the center?
Yes. Okay. Want to be sure I was adjusting the right thing. Now this, of course, will have thrown my purity way off, most likely. Yeah, note with the purity rings on some sets, that will throw your convergence off. And how I managed to, and in this case, how I managed to how I managed to maintain red is right now beyond me. Okay. With some sets, if you've gotten this far, you're lucky. I think I did manage to get a hand on the blue, but it is so buried down here. There it goes. Another quick purity check. Okay, I think I'm about as good as it's going to get. You know, when I did this, when I originally restored this set, I had... Yeah, it was strong. It was strong on all three guns. But I will also admit I did not recap the convergence panel. Important tip, you should do that. Okay, now I'm going to touch a little bit on the sub panel. As you can see, my red-green horizontal, top and bottom, are way out. And since stupid me forgot to bring the print for this one, I actually have to look on the board and hope to hell I can find it. Found the bottom. Now you'll notice as I turn the bottom, see how it also affects the top. That's horizontal.
You did so. You did though. Yeah. I did so.
Okay, and here's the top.
Let me double check, but I think this is.
I think. There we are. Same thing, these left side, right side, top, bottom, regardless of what you're working on, are all very interactive. Yeah, so now that we've got center done, we've got purity pretty much. Yeah, then we can start working with the edges. The same thing is true with round tubes as well as these.
Are they harder to convert?
Actually, in my case, I find the rectangular is a little bit easier. Because I've got some round, at least one round. But in some cases, the edges look like I never touched it. But then again, I never recapped the board on it either. And I will admit that. Okay. Okay, I should be looking at red-green horizontal top. That's vertical. That's blue. I generally try to do red-green first, then I worry about blue. I'm going to do another quick purity check here. It's holding its own. See, and now I'm going to just touch the blues up a little bit. And as usual, the center is something you're going to continue adjusting. And I'm thinking before I mess this up, I should have paid closer attention to what I was messing up. I'll admit that. Yeah, if you're doing this for the first time, this is something you're not exactly going to do in a half hour. And it's one of those things that's going to take you several tries. But if you've gotten this far in this short a time, you've done well. I'll tell you that much ahead of time. I've spent sometimes a couple hours fighting with this. But the rough idea. I was going to check my other screens real quick. I'm going to try to purify green. That might. And also another big difference between doing this here, between doing what I'm doing in this forum versus my own place or over at John's place, is the lack of colorful metaphors, since I am trying to make this look like a professional presentation. Right. There we go. Ooh. Green don't look so good. And I'm starting to wonder if that yolk did move a little bit when I was trying to mess it up. Yep. And I'm thinking it's possible too, this tube might have gotten magnetized a little bit when I'm. Yeah, I think we do somewhere. I'm going to get it close so I can proceed. Okay. Also not helping matters is the fact that my blue lateral magnet moved on the neck. But in some cases, some tubes, like a 21AX, this is the best you're going to get it. But yeah, but this is something if you're doing it the first time and you get this far. Let me forward this a little bit.
I thought there might be a degaussing coil in the back.
It's one of the problems having this on a DVD that I just can't switch. I just can't hit the skip button on. There we go. Hello. I'm thinking of a different DVD. I think I had a corrupted crosshatch pattern. Okay, let's just for the heck of it. Just had a bead of sweat roll down my eyes, and I'm now trying to do this with a burning eye, which over at John's place is not unusual. Yeah, he hasn't given me the okay to put air conditioning in his house yet. Okay, I'm going to stop this and start from the beginning. There we go. Let's see what we look like. Whoops. Let me try that again. Okay, if you do as I say and not as I do, your set should look like that. And with that, if you have questions, you can email me through the Amtech Systems website, or you look for me on Facebook. I'm actually there under my own name of all things. If there is more than one of me listed on Facebook, for those of you who've seen that piece of shit that I pass off as a website, Dave. Look for the screenshot of Archie Bunker blowing the raspberry on the 23-inch Admiral. And I think with that in mind, I will attempt to take a bow and probably crack my back. So I'll see you next year.